So we're here. I got an update on the Minneapolis situation. I mean, I mean, it's not looking good for the ICE agents right now. Um, prayers out to the family of the woman that was driving the vehicle. Um, like I said earlier in the stream, I that right there, I don't I don't promote that at all. Like at all to do at all. Um, any unlawful actions should not be tolerated. Trump, if this was a falsifiable shot and was not, because I don't think the woman seen the ICE officer. If you, to be honest with you, um, let me get here. Um, right here when it went down. All right, so if you watch right here, so if you see the woman right there sitting in the middle of the road, and then the one ICE officer goes around her. Well, if you see the one ICE officer that shoots her is standing right there beside this other woman right here. All right, so if you watch the video,
Totally peaceful and ice.
all right, so he just went around the other side of the vehicle. All right, she's over here talking to these people in this gray truck. Okay, all right.
Seemed completely unorganized. They didn't really know what they were doing. They were screaming at her to move.
Okay, so now the two officers, ICE officers, approaches the vehicle. This other officer is over here on the right side of her, on her blind side. So she don't see the officer. And if you notice, her wheels are turned to the left. All right,
Move, move. And then they approached her vehicle
she
aggressively.
backs up. All right, now the officer's right here, but there's a guy at her door. So I'm sure she's paying attention to the guy at her door and freaked out and what's going on. Uh, Prayers off to the family of this victim. Um, and prayers to the people in Minneapolis. Um, please distress from the any kind of unlawful protesting. Please do your grievance. I understand what y'all doing over there doing that. Just make sure y'all do it. Um, you know, be an adult about it and grieve. Um, don't don't go in rage. Be humane about it and actually grieve. Let them be able to do their jobs. Um, and this kind of stuff right here happens when you have hundreds of people in the streets trying to attack our officers. These are our neighbors. Y'all don't understand this. Like, yeah, they're government officials, but some of these people probably live around these Minneapolis. The ICE officers, I'm saying. Now, you might not think so, but seriously, a lot of them might live around here or around wherever they're at in Minneapolis. But all right, so you see where the ICE officer is in front of the car. The one ICE officer is standing beside her door. So she's talking to him, and her foot's on the brake. All right,
Tried to open her door, and then
and then if you see, she barely reacts to.
her door, and then that's when she got.
Well, I don't know, man. She never pushed the brake though. Like even after she turned around and seen the officer there, She never hit the brake one time. Let's rewind it.
Grab.
All right, right there. So he drew his gun when. I mean, he was already around the vehicle. Her wheels turned straight at that point.
Tried to open her door.
I don't know. Her wheels was turned right, but she did go forward and proceed to move the vehicle when officers or federal agents is proceeding to try to direct her or try to speak with her.
And then that's when she got spooked, and she reversed her vehicle to turn her wheels to try to escape. And
But I mean, Trump needs to make sure that he does a proper investigation. Trump, make sure that you do that. All right, for the Minneapolis people. All right. Um, we need answers about what about the situation because it's getting out of hand with these ICE officers. Not about the this is a crazy situation, and like I said earlier, prayers out to the family of the victim. Um, like I said, I'm holding my main comments until I actually know exactly what happened and what the final investigation actually holds, because this is a serious situation. Um, that's why I've been trying to keep y'all posted about what's going on. But the rioting's got to stop. Y'all just need to stop with the rioting part because that's just doing unnecessary chaos that don't need to be. Why the ICE officers are trying to do their job? Like they're not trying to come and take your neighbors and stuff like that. They're trying and like I mean I understand some are your neighbors, but they're trying to take people that's not actually legally here, so they already broke the law already. And I'm not trying to defend anybody or trying to defend any administration or anything like that. I'm just saying, stating facts. That's facts that they have broke the law already. Period. No questions asked.
that's when an ICE agent stepped in front of her vehicle and said, "Stop." And then, I mean, she was already moving, and then point blank shot her through her windshield.
Well, she was not moving. The video that I'm looking at a standpoint that I'm looking at on here. Um, I apologize, y'all.
In the face.
I can't imagine what it was to see that, Emily. The way that you are laying this out, though, I just want to repeat and make sure that I'm clear, and please correct me if I say anything wrong. You're saying that what you saw was disorganized ICE, but then when they tried to get her to stop, she got spooked. She reversed her car to turn her wheels to get away, and that was when the officer stepped in front.
They were telling her to leave. They were telling her to move, and then all of a sudden they were seemed like they were trying to get her. So they were telling her to move, and then in a split second they were saying they were trying to get her out of the car. So it was like she was trying to move once they were trying to get in her car. She was of course she wanted to leave at that point. They were extremely aggressive. Yeah.
She would have been scared, obviously. President Trump, as you know, posted a video saying that it's lucky the ICE agent was alive. And I just want to be clear, the ICE agent is walking afterwards. And we know that from anything that he had in the hospital, he's fine and he's out. But President Trump posted.
Stood there.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me what you're going to say about what he did afterwards.
Oh, he just stood there. The other ICE agents surrounded him. He was obviously spooked too. I mean, they seem like children. They seem like untrained people. And so that agent was obviously spooked because he had just killed someone, and it was very obvious to everyone who had witnessed it all that she would not make it. And so they kind of gathered around him, and then there was a gold SUV that came, and they put him in it and got him out of there because everyone knew he had murdered someone.
So President Trump says the woman was disorderly, obstructing and resisting, who then violently, willfully, and viciously ran over the ICE officer who seems to have shot her in self-defense. He shared a video of the incident from a different angle. What's your response to that version of events?
I mean, that's the only reason why I'm here. I don't think I'm the most articulate person. I don't think that I don't want to be here, but I knew that this would be twisted and it would be self-defense, and that's absolutely not what happened. But it's just my life is forever changed from having witnessed this, and I just can't let this narrative that it was self-defense go any further, because it's absolutely not what it was. And yeah, my neighborhood, my neighbors, we're all going to be pretty traumatized from this for a long time.
When in that video that you shared with us that I just played, the 34 seconds, you know, you're obviously incredibly distraught, and there's a doctor next to you or near you. We can, you know, hear him saying, "I'm a physician. I can help," and they say, "No, we have our own medics." But the doctor is there offering to administer CPR, standing right there. I don't want you to have to relive what you were looking at when the horror of her death, but how did agents respond to him? Was there a speed and a desperation in trying to get any sort of assistance to her? Because it didn't sound like that from what you gave us.
Yeah, they wouldn't let him near, and they said they had their own medics that were on their way, which it was, I mean, I don't know, it was at least 15 minutes before the ambulance arrived, and then the ambulance couldn't even get through because the ICE agents had all abandoned their vehicles in the road, so the ambulance couldn't get through. So they parked at the end of the block, and about 5 paramedics came in and examined her for, I didn't see this, but they were with her for a few minutes, and then they carried her limp body away by her limbs, not even on a stretcher. Just carried her down to the end of the block where they could get a stretcher because they couldn't get through with their ambulance.
Emily, I appreciate your talking about this. I know it has to be incredibly difficult, and I think everyone understands why you're choosing to do it, to make sure people understand exactly what it is that you saw and documented, and I appreciate your being willing to do it.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, Joey, you heard what Emily had to say, and you know, she said, I don't want to be here, but I'm here because I want everyone to know what I saw, and she's very clear about what she saw.
Listen, it's got to be a very traumatic experience. What I'm concerned about, though, is the nature of the investigation. Let's be clear that there are going to be, of course, local officials investigating this, Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, in addition to the federal government. In the event that there's anything federal here, of course, then Trump would have the power to pardon. We're not there yet. There's not been a prosecution. There's not been an indictment. There's not been a criminal charge levied. However, in the event that it goes that way, I think it's very important that the community gets a sense of fairness, a sense of justice. And in the event that it is federal, of course, there would be, according to Trump and what he put out already, he's judged that there's nothing to see here. And so if the locals get it, what will they do? Will they move forward? And if they move forward, what will that look like? Would it look like a, actual prosecution? And what would be the prosecution here? Criminal negligence, intent? We'll see.
Gil, I'm curious. Emily was talking about, there's that.
Now I say that, like, if the officer is found guilty of this, they need to prosecute him. Seriously. But I mean, that's my aspect on the situation. But they definitely need to prosecute him if he really did, even if he did make mistakes, he still needs to be prosecuted because he wasn't doing his job properly. If this is true, like, it's a lot of gray area here, so I'm not going to say too much about the situation.
Physician, and I understand that in the moment like this, right, there's the most important thing about this country is a country of rules and laws. And if they're not upheld in one horrific part of something, doesn't mean that they should also be dropped in another. In that even with that said, though, when the physician says, I can help, and he's right there, and maybe at that point it appears to everybody she's dead, but to take 15 minutes for someone to get there and to not allow someone who might be able to administer CPR, that just on a human level, that's really hard to hear.
Well, if you do have paramedics that are trained, and I believe ICE and CBP, Customs and Border Protection, has people that are trained, and they're right there, that can be a help. I think you're always going to be, as a law enforcement officer, maybe a little suspicious of the person that said, wait, I'm a doctor, I'm a physician, I can help, etc. I mean, I think they could have been handled much better. But if they did have the paramedics there immediately on the scene, they're going to give her treatment.
Right. Of course, they had said it was 15 minutes, but the trauma there that you heard, the trauma.
Yeah, I mean, that's what struck me.
yeah.
There's two things that struck me. First of all, just how horrific to witness this on your street, right? And then the second thing is her characterization of the behavior of the ICE agents, the lack of training, the disorganization, the way that they were talking to her, giving her contradicting, advice. So I think there's a lot to unpack here.
Mayor Jacob Frey joins us tonight from Minneapolis. Mayor Frey, we thank you for joining the show, and I am sorry it is under, once again, these horrific circumstances. You've been very vocal against the ICE operations in your city. I want to play a little bit of what you said about the incident today. Let's play it.
They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is.
So, Mayor, after seeing multiple angles now of that video, do you stand by what you said earlier?
Of course, I stand by what I said. I won't preempt the investigation that is presently underway, as the state has said that the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension will be helping to investigate this case. But look, I got two eyes. All of you do too. And you can see for yourself what happened was reckless. And by the way, entirely predictable, because we have been saying, the chief and I, vocally for, over a month, that somebody was going to get hurt or killed, whether that was a civilian, a police officer, a federal agent. When you deploy, in this case, thousands of agents to Minneapolis, to our state, with no clear plan, that don't understand constitutional law, that clearly can't even drive in the snow that well, yeah, you're going to get problems. And then when they treat people the way they've been treating them, and by the way, this is not like the first instance of horrific treatment. They were dragging a pregnant woman through the snow. We've seen them indiscriminately pulling Latino and Somali people off the street. That is not the way we behave in America. In Minneapolis, we're going to stand up for our community. And tragically, this instance of reckless federal behavior, again, has resulted in somebody getting killed.
Mayor, DHS.
Now, I agree with him when he said that it was reckless. The whole situation was reckless. I agree on not just the ICE side, on both sides it was reckless. Now, I don't disagree with the administration, trying to get rid of the illegal immigrants. And I just don't mean by Spanish people. I mean by the whole line race. Everybody. I'm not just talking about one race. I'm talking about everybody that's not legally here in the United States and went through due processing from the immigration office. I definitely agree with the administration doing that to the criminals, because there already are criminals if they're here. Like, if they've been here for many years, they have time to get citizenship. And not just that, the administration is literally giving them money to go back to their country and guaranteeing them citizenship back to the country. Now, I understand about what's going on in Mexico. That's another thing. All right, that's that country's problem with what's going on with that. All right, we'll deal with that at another time. But right now, we need to worry about what's going on here at home. I mean, we have people getting killed by officers that ain't doing nothing. And I'm not saying that she didn't do anything. I'm just saying that there's been times that officers has killed people that has been convicted of doing unlawful acts. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I think they need to keep a close eye on this situation. And I'm going to keep y'all updated, keep y'all in tune about what's going on. I just with the situation and more news broadcasting going on. I got more stuff coming on later on tonight about what's going on with the oil tankers in Russia and what's Russia and Lapskal saying. My bad, I said it like that. But yeah, it's been a long night. I've been trying to keep a close eye about what's going on with this, so just so I keep y'all in tune about what's going on. I really hope y'all enjoy the show so far. I hope y'all enjoy all the shorts and everything that's going on. Like I said, I want to give a big shout out to the new subscribers that has recently subscribed to the channel. We really appreciate that. For whoever has been subscribed to the channel, just want to keep y'all in tune about what's going on. We are almost at 500 subscribers, and y'all know what's happening then, y'all. We got the drawing going. So make sure y'all keep the tune going on. Let's keep these subscribers going up. We're at 330. 330. We just gotta get some more subscribers so we can get up to 500. And y'all know that we have another drawing in 1,000. So let's get the channel promoted. Let's get it out there. Share the links, share the videos. Tell your friends about the channel. Let's get it out there. Let's promote it. Let's get this channel blown up. I'm not just doing this. Every day for nothing. I'm trying to get to where I get a big crowd so we can get to, out to more people. About what's going on. Real news and real facts. None of this bullhickey about guessing. I don't guess at nothing about this situations or these type of situations, should I say. I'm sorry. But yeah, like I said, keep it tuned. Thank y'all for subscribing. If y'all haven't subscribed yet and y'all are just now viewing, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button if you like the videos. But until later on, y'all, make sure y'all keep in tune. Drop in a chat if y'all want to keep in tune. I believe I got my Discord on YouTube. But if y'all on any other platform, Twitch, Kick, or any other platforms, drop over in the YouTube channel. Same as the Lone Wolf. With 2 S's at the end, capital T at the beginning. Click on over there. Drop a subscription. Support the channel over there. Big boost to the channel. Really appreciate all y'all. Really do. Every one of y'all is backbone to this channel, like I say all the time. But I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see y'all.